Imagine opening your eyes in a dark room, where a single ray of light slips through the window. At first, you see only shadows, shapeless silhouettes. Gradually, your eyes adjust, and you begin to make sense of what once was just darkness. That is the perfect metaphor for reality. What we believe we see is actually shaped by something much deeper, our mind. Reality, at its core, is not just what our five senses capture. It's a construction, a masterpiece assembled by the brain, using fragments of sensory information, memories, beliefs, emotions, and even fears. When you touch a cold stone, the coldness isn't in the stone itself. It's in how your brain interprets the signals your nerves send. The sound of the wind isn't just air vibrating, it's the memory of childhood at your grandmother's house. The chill caused by something invisible, the feeling of freedom or loneliness. Plato believed the sensory world was an illusion, like shadows cast on the wall of a cave. True reality for him existed in a realm of perfect, unchanging ideas. Aristotle disagreed. He saw the physical world as a legitimate source of knowledge, always mediated by reason. Centuries later, neuroscience offers a curious agreement between the two. Yes, we feel, but we only understand the world because the brain interprets, reconstructs, fills in the gaps. Take color, for example. The blue of the sky, the green of the trees, the red of a rose. None of these truly exist outside of us. What exists are frequencies of light. Our brains translate these into sensory experiences we call color. Two living beings may look at the same field of flowers and see completely different things. A bee, for instance, sees ultraviolet patterns in petals that we can't even imagine. The world is one, but the eyes that see it are many. And if perception shapes everything, then even the simplest decisions carry the weight of personal reality. Remember the story of the two brothers at the bakery? Oh, same shop, same bread, same day of the week, but one sold only 3 loaves, while the other sold 30. The difference wasn't the oven or the recipe. It was in how each one perceived themselves. One saw himself as a poor substitute. The other saw himself as a true baker. Perception shaped attitude, and attitude shaped outcome. During World War I, both English and German soldiers saw the same black cat crossing the battlefield. To the English soldier, it was a sign of bad luck. To the German, a sign of victory. What changed? Nothing, except the mind of the observer. Same cat, different realities, and this subjectivity goes beyond the senses. Concepts like money, borders, time, and laws are all manufactured realities. Money only has value because we all agree that it does. Borders between countries are imaginary lines that become real only because we decide to respect them. Time, this linear sequence of minutes and hours, exists only because we follow the ticking of the clock. At their core, these are collective agreements that make the modern world function. But this mental mechanism also comes with risks. The brain is a gap filler. When it sees something incomplete, it invents the rest. Proof of this lies in optical illusions. Two identical lines, shown with different contexts, may appear to be different in size. It's not the eyes that deceive. It's the brain interpreting with bias. This is how we judge people, situations, even ourselves, through invisible distortions. Philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein once said, "The world does not give us perceptions, it merely shows itself." In other words, we don't see the world as it is. We see it as we are. Reality, in part, is a mirror of our inner world. Every trauma, every dream, every memory reshapes how we interpret what surrounds us. And when we understand this, something changes. We start listening more, judging less. We begin to accept that others live in realities different from our own, even while looking at the same sky. We begin to question our impulses, re-examine our beliefs, and understand that truth may be just a version. In the end, to live is to navigate parallel worlds, all coexisting, all partially true. The more aware we are of this, the more humble we become, and perhaps the more human. Because if there is one absolute truth, it may not lie in what we see, but in how we choose to see.